Have you ever wondered how some people can generate 100, 200k views on TikTok, generating them 40 to 50 leads a month? In this video, I want to actually be pulling back the curtains and revealing everything on how we've got Jordan 1.5 million views and 126 leads in just a few days. So, sit back, grab a pen and paper as we run through this one. Okay, welcome guys. In this video, we'll cover how we've generated 126 high-ticket leads and 1.5 million video views for Jordan. And this is a step-by-step breakdown. So we actually run through the key statistics first before we actually begin. For Jordan, we generated over 126 leads organically, 0 lead pay ads ran, 4k followers, about 1.5 million organic views, actually 100 people into his email list. So just some case studies for you to take a look at. This is his inbox on a day-to-day when we were doing the campaign. You literally can look at all the messages that were in his inbox. So, if you watch the video course to the end, here's what you get. Okay, first off, we actually understand positioning, so which means target market and consumer psychologies that actually trigger people to actually make them buy. Result-based thinking, traffic, how actually we've gotten 5 million views, the hooks that you can use to plug and play, posting strategies, content ideas with AIs and softwares, content funnels, how we use organic client acquisition strategies, the freebie method to actually generate leads from your audience, and nurturing elements as well as closing. So how you actually use in and outbound appointment setting scripts to actually close these leads and actually slash your sales cycle by a quarter. Okay, so who is this video course for? Firstly, this is for real estate agents, business coaches, business owners, or any other high ticket service professional. And if you're thinking, oh, I doubt this will work for me, here's the honest truth. If you think this or someone has told you this before, it's probably because of one of these four reasons. Number one, you don't know how to actually speak directly to your audience pain points and problems. That's why your videos don't do well. Number two, you don't know how to actually structure and create content such that it's a problem that your clients face and need help with, but it's something that you thought of and you want to post. So you are not creating content that is based off um you know that this is a problem and people need help with this. You're creating content with, oh, I like to do this, and I if I were to talk about this content, I will potentially make more commissions. That's what you're doing right here. Okay, so you must understand that if this is where you're at, people will want to watch because this is not what they have a problem with. Okay, you get what I mean? So number three is you are too salesy. So every video you put out there feels like a desperate attempt to sell and actually not serve. And number four, you actually think by creating videos, like 1 or 2 videos, you can actually start getting a surge of people that want to buy your stuff. Okay? So what will content marketing do for you if you actually implement everything in this training? First off, you actually slash your sales cycle by a quarter, attract clients that are of similar identities to you. You serve people that are like yourself. You become the expert, and people actually choose to work with you, not the other way around. And lastly, you actually generate another method of lead generation and client acquisition that does not rely on fluctuating ad costs or unsustainable traditional methods. So, how did it all start? Okay, so my name is Brandon. I started out all this with being a self-employed freelancer, and I started off, I think just like many of you as yourself, when you have no money, you have to start off cold calling, which I quickly realized that actually, even though it's free, cold calling, you don't need money, you just need to scrape leads online. I had an unpredictable business because I am not sure or certain that I say, okay, 100 leads, I could actively get 10 appointments. No, I couldn't say that because I need to take into account of the quality of the leads, okay, and whatnot. So I realized that I faced with a lot of rejection, very demoralizing, and people I've called actually probably told me that 500 other businesses actually pitched them before. So it's actually a waste of time for me to actually be pitching those leads in the first place. Okay, so I tried ads as well. Yes, though I can say that they are definitely more qualified. You see some traction there, but end of the day, it was still expensive because you have to keep changing ad copies, ad creatives, angles. And to be honest, there's actually really nothing different from all the other people who have been, using the same stuff that you're doing. Let's say you found a winning campaign, people are just copying your stuff. So there's no edge there. You get what I'm trying to say. So just thinking, yeah, I want to be able to actually rely on an ad platform or a lead generation platform effectively and not tap onto something like a slave and actually compete with everyone else. So I actually wanted to learn about social media. Everyone was talking about attention being the greatest currency. If you can get attention, you can get leads, you can get sales for your business. That's what everyone was saying. But I didn't know how, that all tied down into, oh, you can actually grow your business and make money with attention. No, I didn't know that lah. So I just I this all I had in mind. I didn't know what that all meant, but what I knew was that I got to make this work no matter what. Because I knew that, cold calls wasn't the way, ads was uncertain. I had to figure out an alternative method. So what I did was actually I realized I had to learn this lah. I had to learn this shit. So I was literally like this guy here with his MacBook. So I gotta learn how to actually use the camera and how to talk interesting enough such that people actually want to listen to me, and how to actually pick topics that people want to actually listen and learn from. So the biggest problem here is that I used to be bullied in school, okay? So I thought, what will people actually think of me now that I start content? What if they, judge me, or they start laughing at me? And what if I did all this, but I couldn't be able to even generate leads or even close deals on social, Wouldn't that be kind of embarrassing? But with that aside, after thinking through it, I still did it. But after doing it for a while, here's another roadblock I faced. When I saw this photo, yeah, I had to use this because this was literally how I felt, like this guy pushing away work, stress, anxiety, and all that. After doing it for a while, I also realized that, I wanted to outsource and scrape all my goals of branding because it took up way too much time. I wasn't even growing my business, just my following, and there was literally no ROI on this. So to make things even worse, I felt terrible that it caused me to burn out so much. And that and that, yeah, this situation, people were building their brand, but they had views, they had leads, they were profitable doing so, but I felt like a failure lah, because all I did was create videos. Yes, it did get like 200k views, but no one actually was interested in what I actually had to offer. So there were many competitors. I probably thought I wouldn't be able to catch up, and the problem was they ran out of money, time, and mental capacity to actually focus on a brand. So here's where the magic moment came in. So I realized that why not actually learn and model from those that are actually effectively able to generate leads and make sales, and actually build a strong brand with their social that didn't affect their time spent on their business, but rather help grow it. Okay, so it was crystal clear to me that in order for me to actually generate leads and actually get these pre-sold leads or appointments or people that are actually ready to buy from me, I need to actually offer without I needed to actually offer, yeah, without cold calling, roadshows, traditional methods, or actually expensive ad costs. I needed something that is not this. So I spent the next year actually obsessively studying because I saw building a brand now being the highest ROI activity that I actually needed to be doing. And I also learned that it doesn't really need to take me a year to see success. And I actually needed to be focusing on the right things, the most important aspects when it comes to marketing instead. So as a result, I started studying the top industry leaders, marketers, creators, learning the ins and outs of content marketing. And after that, as I did this for a period of time, lo and behold, I started getting leads and views that I could not handle. So I was suddenly becoming a consultant, with all the inbound DMs I was getting, and I started to learn the secret to actually building a brand. So this was my account, and this was just some look at people DMing, hey, I saw TikTok. I'm just curious on how you do all that. From this actually led into a consulting sort of business. Yeah. Okay. And this is what I meant by really, really studied. I know a lot of people can say, okay, they have studied, but what was the extent? How I studied was actually look through hooks, thumbnails, tone, narrative, AI tools, and a billion more things that you never see when looking at the video. So this is your sound design, your tone, your angle of camera, is it here, is it this side, and the lighting and the speed. So you get all these specific variables, IDs, these two images right here, just to click into one show it for example, you literally see me, yeah, going to the deep bed to source for websites, topics, condo recruitment, that's all that just to figure out what actually works in the market. So I tested every single thing. And here's when actually I was grateful because things started to actually getting over 10K views for our clients, generate over 1 million views, tons of DMs. As of now, we did over 5 million views. And we get our clients, DMs like this. Yeah, I've received an email, they've received email, they've received leads. And yeah, we're more than happy that our clients are able to do that. And all thanks to that the hard work that I placed during that time. There was a dark moment. Yeah, so okay. Pillar one, positioning. So this is a common problem that many high ticket providers face. Oh, by the way, we are getting straight into this right now. Let's like, go. So, this bus flyer analogy here. I just placed this because I thought it was really, really funny. Like, but in essence, everybody's just doing the same thing. People are doing flyers. Everybody's doing flyers. People are doing roadshows. Everybody's doing roadshows. People are doing door knocking. Everybody's doing door knocking. It's the same thing. And here's actually we got 200K, 90K, 140K views, but literally just obsessed with one thing: actionability. Okay, so will this video give whoever behind the screen a head start on their desired outcome? If the answer is no, we'll scrape the idea. So how do we find what it is that people want to know? Okay, first off, your target market. Okay, so Zona was doing affiliate marketing, and what better way was there than the how to make money online positioning? So we knew that this was something that people already searched for. So there was literally no doubt that when we frame this content like this way, we will get inquiries from actually people that wanted to make money online. So it was literally proven. We got 64K, 30K, 200K, 8K, 6K views. Yeah. And here are the factors of consideration you need to consider, especially when making these videos or perfecting a target audience. Okay. So this is where or who are they? Where do they reside? Who are they? Are they 18 years old? Are they 25 years old? Who do you serve best? How can you find them? Where do they reside? Let's say if you are targeting the people from 50 plus, you can't be targeting on TikTok because they're just not there. So you need to know who you are targeting so that you choose a platform and an audience that is perfect that you can market, that can effectively market to them. Okay, so this is a quick example. Okay, so let's say real estate recruitment. At the top of the funnel is people that are actually a complete noob. So this is about 70-80% of the market. So to actually target these kind of people, you need to have more emotional based content that is more problem orientated. So for example, potentially sharing why other investing methods suck or why other side hustles suck. So example, like why you need to escape the 9 to 5. Starting a business in 2023 is dumb. You need to rely on a proven system that maybe real estate is right for you. Universities suck. Why Singaporeans get lost after uni. So the quick video title can be, here are ways you can make 6-figure income in Singapore. So you can go about sharing all the other ways like starting a business, doing this. But real estate it might be for you because you already, when you join a manager that is proven, you already have a proven system or a framework that will propel your success. Okay, so at the second tier, these are people that actually did some research, so they are a bit more educated. This is where you actually create more focused content. So content on how to actually escape the pain point. So different ways to get rich. For example, pros and cons of doing property. Why Forex will make you rich. This will. Then you talk about property. So at this point in time, the kind of mental image of people that you want to attract is people that think, okay, I actually need to find a solution right now to change my current situation. These are the kind of people, or the kind of frame of mind that you want to attract. And as for educated buyers, so these are people that are already probably did some research already. They are problem aware, they know their problem, they know their pain point, and they're just looking for a solution to actually fix their problem. So here's 10% of the market. Of course, majority of your content can't be framed around this because it doesn't really reach out to the mass majority, and not many people will be able to relate to this kind of content. But I still place this here so that at least you have a rough understanding of the whole big picture of how this all works. Okay, and as for educated content, these are your super niche content. For example, a real estate deal that actually faced numerous obstacles but ended up in success thanks to specific strategies. Or example would be something like a video I'm doing right here, a step-by-step breakdown of the entire process from the initial client meetings to market research to property staging to marketing campaigns to the final negotiation and sale. How is it all done? Another example could also be case studies, a step-by-step guide to a record-breaking sale. How did I achieve the record-breaking sale? How did that happen? So at this point in time, these buyers, because they understand the pain points, they understand that they have a problem. These are the people that actually need a logical explanation. So they're already more logical already. They're not really tapping into the emotional part of their mind, their amygdala. They're more logical. They need a deeper explanation and potentially even a comparison or deeper thought process to actually weigh the pros and cons out. So these are people that are within the educators level. Okay, so if you take a look at all this, it's all about understanding consumer psychology. Why do they respond to you? What do they respond to? What will make them much closer to actually connecting with you or applying to work with you? So after doing all this and after looking at all these factors of consideration, here are some actionable steps that you need to actually take a look right now. Number one would actually be to answer all these questions listed above. I just leave this on the screen for a second or two so you can take a look at this and actually screenshot this and actually answer these questions above so that when you're able to develop your marketing strategy, it's clearer cut and you know what exactly you are actually targeting and who are the kind of people that you want to work with. Okay? So second will be actually to compile a list of questions that your client asks you. This is crucial so you can actually understand what problems they are facing and what do they ask you when they need help with. What specific help do they require from you? Okay, next, my favorite portion, result-based thinking, because this is super crucial. I've thought about whether putting this or not because I know this is a very deep topic, but I know that once I go through this, you give you a clearer understanding of how the whole marketing realm works, how marketing agencies run, and how they create a campaign. Okay, so before you start scratching your head thinking about what others can gain, result-based thinking is not that. It's about actually thinking about posting for others instead. So unfortunately, humans are selfish, jealous beings, and no one actually cares about what you're doing unless it benefits them. So even the you see the way I frame this video, I didn't say like, oh, I did like X amount of sales. I talk about my clients because you want to actually receive the same results as I did for this guy or that guy. So this is how creating content should be like. So for example, you look at these two image right here. These are examples of a result-based thinking story post. Okay, so managed to sell off Jessica's unit at 100k above last transacted price, found her unit that met her asking price and super fulfilled and love my job. This shows that you are grateful, you have client results, and you are someone that it's of high status because you are able to help people deliver results that not everybody can do. You're not like average agent or average Joe business that just does a commodity, which is like designing website or doing basic stuff. You're actually helping people to accept progress, make money online, or whatever your offer is that actually potentially help them that is different from any other products or services on the internet. Okay, so this is just a quick example. Do pause this here right now if you want to read the other story, but you I hope you get the idea. So this is just some observations of this so far. Result-based thinking is actually having an outcome and results driven thinking. No shit. And also is what triggers the feeling of FOMO to prospects that are actually thinking about working with you. Okay, so by doing this, you look at this. Let's say if you're a potential prospect, when you look at this, you'll be thinking, wow, actually this guy could potentially be better than the other one I'm looking for because this person actually already have the case studies and the backing in place. And he also creates content that teaches how he did his method, and his method seems actually more interesting because you did the compounding effect of actually producing content and showing people that the quick experience of how working with you is going to be like. Okay, so here's how you can actually do this. Step one is to actually identify who you're helping to gain. Let's just call these people believers. Okay, so this is the most important factor, and if you miss this, we can't proceed lah. So for example, okay, if let's say you're a tutor who specialize in primary school science, your believers will be primary school students and parents. If you are a swim coach, your believers could be individuals who don't know but want to learn how to swim. Okay, we clear so far? And to be able to actually have a better understanding, here's a quick analogy. For lack of better words, a man without legs cannot fully appreciate a pair of luxury shoes, and a man without arms cannot fully appreciate a Rolex. You understand that? Okay, step two. So, unfortunately, even if you identify who you want to gain, if you don't speak to their language, you can't help them. If let's say you pitch your 90% discounted item that people will freaking run to you over. If you speak that in Mandarin to an English speaking audience without visuals, if you're lucky, maybe 1 out of 100 will engage with you. The best offer, the best qualification, the best product, the best service in the wrong language equals to 99% of people being uninterested. Okay, but no, I don't mean actual language like English, Chinese, or African, Indian, whatever, but also the tone, the structure, and the style. So, how do you actually go about doing this? Is by asking yourself these questions: Are you relatable to your believers? Are you using the lingo of your believers? Okay, for example, okay, if you are a fitness coach looking to train fresh grads just entering the workforce, you want to position yourself like this: adulting is tough, but so are you. It's all about the grind and hustle. Terms I use in bold above are actually easily relatable to your believers. Terms like adulting, terms like grind, hustle. Okay, you get what I mean? I hope you are understanding and following and learning as we go along with this. And if you are with me so far, do take out your pen and paper, jot down some notes and apply this as soon as possible. If not, if you forget this, um I don't know if you are able to actually come onto this page and watch this again. Okay, third, is actually to speak to what they want and their inner desires. Now that you know who you're helping and how they speak, you need to know what they really want. So if you're parents, you want your children to do well in their studies, or for various reasons, perhaps you believe good grades equals a good future, maybe you don't have enough time or energy to teach them, but you want to be seen as a good parent, maybe it's your ego because grades become the talk of the town when you're with your friends. So understand what desires you are speaking to. So if you're a tuition center, this is literally I've done up your marketing for you. So, understanding what motivates your clients to actually make a better buying decision. You understand this? The better you actually understand your believers' desires, the better your message can be, or the better the clarity of your marketing is stronger. So, for example, if let's say you're a financial advisor and you're looking to help the sandwich generation plan for retirement, then you want to bring out problems or desires with your message. You can say something like this: Imagine working 9 to 5 for the next 20 years, hoping to retire and move to Bali, only to find out that living costs and inflation have been working harder than you. So instead of working 20 years, you need to work for another 50 years. So the desire would be, I found a way to beat inflation and rising costs and earn 2 times my income at the same time without working harder than I already am. Okay? Then people will be like, so one thing I would like to say here also is, this actually invoke curiosity. If you see this, good marketing don't give a message straight away. They invoke curiosity so that you'll be, huh? Interesting. I want to know more. Okay. So step 4, after you invoke curiosity and you actually speak to their wants, their inner desires, you want to actually make sure that you actually kept it simple and clear. So don't use fancy words your believers won't understand. Use common day-to-day language they use. Okay, so yeah, don't be a poet or Shakespeare. Make sure that it's short, sweet, and straight to the point. Okay, so for example, if you're real estate looking to help interested home buyers with their purchase, don't go bombarding people with terms like TDSR, ROI, OCR, etc. Especially if you don't explain these terms. Instead, try to use familiar terms like loans, profits, and location of property. Okay, so if we created this 4-point checklist just off this whole entire result based thinking presentation here that you can use then take away as actionable steps. So first off, who is this for? You or others? If you have did this, take it. Okay, second will be Is this for others? Is that what they really want? And great, can they understand? And fourth, is it short and sweet? Okay. Now, traffic. Once you have did the target audience, the consumer psychology, and you understand result-based thinking, now you can actually start creating a proper campaign because you already know what works and you are targeting the right audience. Now it's time to actually bring these people into your ecosystem and bring them in with traffic. Okay, so traffic is the most crucial element when it comes to running a business. No traffic equals to no book calls, no close sales, no new clients, and no testimonials or results that we can use to dump back into content. So take a look at this. How do you actually generate your business, generate more leads with this social proof ecosystem? When you're a newbie with zero results, all you can do is to rely on content to actually push your content up. But as you actually progress, into being an amateur, an intermediate, or an expert, that's how you can actually start leveraging your case studies and sharing more case studies to actually increase your lead quantity and quality. You get what I mean? So let's say, for example, if I help a home buyer, I just help a home buyer, never really help them profit or asset progress or whatever. That can be a basic case study. So that can be okay. I've helped people. So that's level one. It shows people. It shows that you have clients. You're trustable in a sense. Level two is where actually you start moving into the asset progression route. So you help people progress because you get smart. You get smarter. You are better in the industry. You start being more diligent when you are helping your clients make property investments. So you advise them. You tell them, okay, this is not right. I think this will help you. So you start getting better case studies. Your clients start getting 100K above valuation. You start profiting from property. So this is where you actually start steamrolling your process. Do you see why I mean here? You start steamrolling your process. Your content get progressively better because you're able to use more aggressive hooks. Like, here's how you can profit 100K with property. You can get to do this kind of content. So this is how you start churning and creating more results. The more and more testimonials and results you receive, dumping it into content, further feeding this credibility cycle. Okay? So now that we understand this traffic, how do we actually get people to actually come in? Most important thing in the content, if you run ads, you run any form of marketing, you probably would know it's your high performing hooks. So these are the high performing hooks that we've found. They have gotten us 5 million views. Yeah, across Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms. And yeah, I just want to give it to you free so that you can actually use it and start seeing some results. So, how do you create hooks? When you create hooks, you have to create hooks within these 6 realms. Is it a question? Is it a statement? Is it some form of statistics? For example, breaking news. This thing happened to Kim Kardashian. Oh, solution. Stories or emotional? Okay. Is it within these 6 realms? So, actionable steps. Here are some examples you can use. So, for example, target audience, you want to view end dream state, but you're still only at before state. Agents, you want to blow up on YouTube, but you're only posting once a month. Okay? Okay, this is blocking me. So shall just push this down. Why 99% of target audience can't end dream state? Why 99% of HDB owners can't profit with their HDBs? Okay, this is a plug and play template where you can just use. You can either screenshot this or you can just drop me a DM or just click the link below and I'll book a call with me and I'll send this with to you. Okay, yeah. Great. Content ideas. Now that you have hooks already, right? Next, after the most important thing, which is a hook, is the content. So here are 7 content ideation methods that we use and you can steal it. Number 1, Google people also ask. So when you search like topic like baking, for example, this thing will pop out on Google. It's called people also ask. And from this, actually, you see a few tabs like, what do you mean by baking? What to bake for my boyfriend? What's the difference between baking and cooking, etc., etc., etc. So how this works is if you press any row right, under one of these, people also ask more questions. The topic will actually start generating. So from here, you can actually see what people are asking and then make a video on it. So the beautiful thing about these people also ask is that this content topics, right? If you were to choose to make a content from these people also ask columns, this naturally will be an interesting topic because people are already asking it, and chances are, if you want to make a content for this, it's potentially easier for you to generate traffic than trying to reinvent the wheel lah. Okay. Second is Logic Balls. It's a funny name, but this is a actually video idea generator. So for example, just clean real estate. This is a quick preview, top 10 most expensive homes in the world. How to buy your first home step-by-step guide. Yeah. So these are just quick videos that you can use to make just off these software logic balls. Okay, next also will be ChatGPT prompts. I want you to pretend like you're Seth Godin, a master at writing short form videos. Your goal is to help me to do outcome. And lastly, make it relevant to a Singapore context as best as possible. Here's my niche. Okay, you can of course improve these prompts as you go and as you actually look through this, but this is the most basic format that we've found that it worked recently well. Of course, you can add layers to it lah, from making your niche more specific. Okay, next will be TikTok SEO. TikTok SEO, how would you do this? Would actually be to go to TikTok search engine, search a niche you're currently interested in creating content in, for example, sales of property. Go into your options icon. It probably looks like a volume bar, yes, and actually sort videos by like count. So actually, what you do here is to go to the top performing videos and look for other hashtags that are similar to the niche you are in. Okay. So number 5 is to actually sort for TikTok extension. This is a Google extension that you can use. So first off, you need to download the extension, open TikTok, then actually search for the creator that you want to reference. Okay? So for example, like Pocket Creative, search Pocket Creative videos, and then you can start sorting. So this will actually sort the videos from the most liked to the most uh disliked. Okay? Okay, great. Read IQ. Okay, as you can see, I wanted to keep this as extensive as possible. That's why we have so many. It's a very, very value packed content. So I hope if one of these don't work for you, you actually still have 2 or 3 other idea generation tools you can use. So how you use vidIQ will actually be to download the extension, pin the extension, go to YouTube, filter comments to content only questions, and actually list down the questions that's relevant to your niche. And actually when you're ready, actually start creating content to answer these questions. Okay, and also content section farming where you can look for 5 to 10 creators with your niche, deep dive into the comment section and actually write down every single question you see and make a content piece out of that, because these creators probably won't have time to actually look through their comments, and some of the comments are actually comments that a lot of people are asking. So these comments you can actually create a video from that. Okay. Last, posting strategy. As mentioned at the start, it all boils down to content and hook. Content is king, and if your targeting is strong, you're actually able to call out your audience well. It's game over. You don't actually need much of this, but your videos will still get hundreds of thousands of views. Okay. So yes, with that said, let me just go through roughly how you can actually still use posting strategy to your advantage. First off will be to actually use open TikTok, search a niche, filter videos by like count, blah blah blah, find hashtags in your niche, copy them. Don't reinvent the wheel, use what already works. Posting timings, post within 12, 3, 6, 9. I think these are one of the best timings. But of course, like I said, treat this with face value. And the rule of thumb is actually to post your videos 30 minutes before the best time. And my advice is just to keep this consistent. If you have 4 videos to post, spread those out, set alarms, and post 30 minutes before each of these timings. So it won't be a very messy calendar, Oh, today I have to post at 3 p.m., tomorrow I have to post at 6 p.m. It's very messy. Okay, lastly, viral music. So I would say don't overcomplicate this. Viral music works because you're tapping on the audience that actually watches videos tagged with the music. So the best way to actually go about doing this is actually to pick a piece of music that's ideally not too viral. So the chance of people actually watching your video and reaching it is still reasonable. So rule of thumb that I like to use is 50 to about 100k views. And if you can't find one around that range, yeah, feel free to look at anything below 1 million views. So how do you build your account to 1k as fast as possible? Number one will actually be to follow everyone on TikTok and do this as soon as possible so that they will actually remember you and follow you back. Okay, generating video captions. How do you generate video captions? Just take the hook of the video plus the CTA into words and then just make it a caption. Okay, so actionable step for you. Number one will be to play around with these functions, hashtags, posting timings, and viral music. Play around with these, figure out what works, and then just double down on it. And yeah, like I said, when you find something that works, just stick with it. And this is a pro tip, you're better off actually optimizing the quality and the feel of your content than trying to actually figure out to use hashtag entrepreneur or hashtag side hustle, because end of the day, hashtags are only 5-10% of the potential virality of your video. It all stems down to content and the hook. Okay, so pillar 3 will be content funnels. Once you're able to break the traffic barriers, here's when you actually need to focus on creating a funnel to actually acquire these clients or customers so that they can auto book appointments and meetings with you. So how this works is anyone that comes organically through your referrals or your content marketing efforts, they'll actually be nurtured into the natural progression of the next stage working with you. So for example, if you look at my this image here or this Instagram image here, you'll see that it's strategically layered into 4 elements: your name, your keyword, which is exactly what industry you're in, the largest achievement that you have done, who exactly you help, and your offer. So this link will be where you actually get people to the next step into working with you, or to watch your video, or I don't know, find your website, whatever that is, or join your email list. Okay. So yeah, here's ways that you can use to nurture that build upon your profile. So these are your social proof of results, your actionable value in your content, more social proof, your offer, your hand raiser, just to get people to click on the link above. Okay. Another way we can do it is actually to create videos like this and actually push them into a link in your bio, like this, link in your bio, and then afterwards into a website where they can book a timing with you. Okay, just like the way we did it here. Okay, look, there are so many other methods you can adopt, but the concept here is number one, you want to actually be able to deliver value in your post way, way, way before your people even come into contact and interact with you. So you actually want to show people that you are someone of value, of course. So the only way to do that is through case studies, testimonials, and even more social proof by plugging that into their face to tell them, hey, if you don't do my method, you won't get this. Do you want to be stuck with your current problem, or you want to escape that? Okay, so this is what your testimonials and social proof does. So some actionable steps for you. Number one would be to start setting up your profile. Start creating your IG stories within these few realms. Your client wins, your books, your fitness, your trainings, and your habits. Okay, so the next would be the freebie method. So what's the goal of a freebie? The goal of a freebie, after getting traffic and after creating this client acquisition system, you need to actually create a freebie, right? In order to exchange for your clients or your prospects' contact details. So here's a tip or an analogy that I like to put behind creating a valuable freebie. It will be this: give all your secrets away and sell the implementation. So there are many styles and methods. You see people doing cheat sheet, you see people doing software, you see people doing trials, templates, blah blah blah. But all this doesn't matter, if you don't get one thing right. And this one thing is called the value equation. Okay? In order for someone to deem this freebie is useful, is to be so good such that they can literally execute on it themselves and see results without even contacting you. But the whole idea is by creating this freebie, they will think, wow, it has so much value and so much results, so much value bombs that no one else can match up to this. And potentially, I think only this guy can do it. Why not I just work with him? I do it in a quarter of the time, 50% of the time. I don't have to waste time on doing that. Okay, so as much as I can give you a template to copy and paste to make a freebie of your own, it's not going to help you that much. Okay, so what I feel here is your client's perception of your free stuff is actually going to be a reflection of your paid stuff or the experience working with you. And we've actually came up with a checklist to actually make sure that when you create freebies, it will always tie in to value that you provide to the table. Okay, so first off will be, what's your main offer? So understand that your freebie has to be a stepping stone to your main offer. Who are you serving? This is somewhat the same as the target audience that I've sort of like spoken about the first two modules. But in this, it's more so the biggest concerns you're facing, the main offer you're helping. Name, does it attract, is very crucial. If it doesn't attract and this freebie that you want to give out doesn't make sense, number one doesn't make sense, number two, this freebie doesn't really align to your main offer, or it's not something attractive that I will feel, it's interesting. I'm quite curious to see what's inside. Then it will really help them. So after you're done with it, make sure that it's also easy to understand, easy to go through. It's step-by-step procedure, like what I did here. Step 1, I talk about traffic. Step 2, we talk about client acquisition, how to actually acquire these clients. And right now, I'm talking about how to actually use freebie to actually acquire them, to switch for their contact details, like their name and their emails. Okay? So, quick example for you. If let's say you're in the property industry, 5-step game plan to actually afford a landed property in 7 years, even if you're stuck in a small HDB right now. Or if you're a fitness coach, step-by-step blueprint to losing 5 kg in 1 month. This is a good freebie name. Of course, these offers are untested, so if you can just steal these, but of course still do test this out. Okay. So here are some ways to see if your offer is what people need. Number 1 is will actually be to jump right in and launch a test. Number 2 will actually be to do some market research. So this is through your network, your list, or the audience that you want to serve. And third, of course, will be ads. So actionable steps for here. Figure out what sets you apart, what is different from your strategy, what do you do that other people can't provide. Then write that specific strategy that actually help your client see success. Take a piece of paper, write it down step by step. What do you do? So literally just open our paper, see the difference. Maybe you do this one method that other agents won't do. Maybe you put in more effort. Maybe you have experience in banking. You have connections with loans. You are able to get people at cheaper price. Get people a lower interest rate, whatever that is that you do. Okay? Okay. I know it's been 41 minutes so far, but we are ending soon. Next, nurturing elements. How to make the most of your video assets. Okay, so after you create videos, you create content, you create freebies, you want to actually nurture people that drop out of your funnel, or people that actually never really interacted with you yet. So how do you actually go about doing this? Is by creating results driven, like I mentioned earlier, results based thinking, results driven stories and highlights. So these are your client wins. If you have a cheat sheet, talk about your cheat sheet. See, DM me leads to claim, and people just DM leads. So it's literally that easy. By providing value first, you see, like me providing this cheat sheet and delivering it to people, actually getting people to experience a quick glimpse of what is it like working with me. It's literally that easy. And the point to show here is that you're a winner, and if you work with me, you actually experience wins and results. Do you get what I mean here? So by posting all this, why do you post all this on social media? By posting this, it shows that, wow, actually you're a busy person. Number 1, you're someone that's grateful for your mentor, to your family. You understand that you put in a lot of hard work, you put in a lot of effort, you have a lot of case studies to show forth. That actually goes to show for your prospects that, wow, actually this guy is of high value. I could gain value, or I could gain a lot of things working with him. Okay, it's literally that easy. So after we do this, another thing that we do is actually by repurposing all our videos through the optimized for shorts. Because if you film talking head videos like those TikTok format ones, you can actually repurpose them and actually reap the same benefits by not even doing as much, by using software to actually push it out. So the software we use is called Max. It's our own software. And if you want a glimpse into this, also click the link down below. I'll be more than happy to actually share with you how this all works and how you can get your hands on this. So yeah, but back to the video. Imagine posting on YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and even more by just clicking a few buttons. You know what I mean? So by starting traffic, starting client acquisition, starting all that already, it will be a waste if you don't actually repurpose this and actually get more views on multiple platforms. So here's what I have to say. One video has the potential to rank on 5, 6 different platforms. So this is 6 times the impression for your business. So don't waste that. Okay. If you don't have a software, you can still try to use free softwares that actually allow you to schedule posts on different platforms. Okay. So now that you got traffic, now that you got client acquisition, closings. So now that we have got ourselves 5 million views, these 5 million views opted into our freebie, we got their name and their details. How do we close them? Okay. So here's the email and outbound appointment setting framework that we like to use. It's called the CVQO framework. So connect question will be, appreciate the follow. Notice that you do whatever it is you do. How's it going so far? Appreciate the follow. Can I ask how do you come across my page? So this is something to actually sort of strike a conversation up with your follower once they follow you or they engage with you. Or it can be thanks for the comment. Of course, don't be flexible with this. I know I said follow here, but adapt this according to how they came into across your profile. Okay, next will be value questions. So for value questions, you can go about saying, by the way, do you know anyone who is pain point looking to hit dream outcome in the time delay? I've made a freebie for them. So this will actually trigger them to think, oh, actually I need it. Why don't you send it to me? Okay. So not sure if this might be helpful. I made a short training video on how I help my clients to get dream outcome in time delay. Do you mind if I send it to you? I thought it will help. Okay, so something like a video that I've done here or a short form video, whatever that is, and you can just share this to people. And I thought that this will help. Do you mind if I send it to you? Okay, real quick, yeah. Okay, next. Now that you send it to them, you can just start qualifying them, start asking them some questions to see if actually you can potentially help them. So what's the greatest challenge with whatever you're offering? What have you been doing to work around these challenges? What's your goal in terms of like whatever you're offering? So what's your goal in terms of marketing? What's your goal in terms of real estate? What's your goal in terms of actually escaping the matrix? Or what's your goal in building this side hustle? How have you been building it so far? Has it been going well? Okay, so lastly, do you have a solution to actually deal with this pain point or that's stopping you to get to dream outcome? Do you have you like figure a way out yet? If you have not, mm, are you looking for one? Are you watching YouTube? Who do you look up to that helps you potentially fix this issue? Okay, you see the understanding here. You are at this point in time, you're actually trying to qualify them to make sure that these people actually are qualified, such that when you make them an offer, you know that they will need your help. Okay, so here's where you actually make once you actually qualify them. Here's where you make an offer. So I've noticed for clients that this pain point that they mentioned, pain point is one of the hardest thing to solve. Are you free to connect sometime this week? Can definitely walk you through our strategy to overcome this pain point. Okay. So some common follow-up messages are like this. Just popping out my message in case you got lost. You there? We've uploaded a video on how I helped X client get to dream state. I thought I'll send it over. How's it going? Hey, first name. Okay, cool. Pretty simple, pretty basic stuff here. And lastly will actually be how to actually slash your sales cycle by 1/4. So this will actually be to value add your follow-ups. Send them your video assets. Just like you already did um, post on multiple platforms. Here's actually where you double down on these assets, actually multiply the usage of this. So there's this software that we use, it's called text-based. So the best part is it's free. All you have to do is to type backslash followed by a code. For example, backslash A, backslash A1. And from there actually it will paste a whole message. So here's what you can do. You can create a shortcut using this template. For example, hey first name, I've created a video training about video dream outcome that talks about pinpoint. Can I sign it here? So all you do is templatize this on textblaze.com here. So you can actually eliminate repetitive typing. It's really cool. It's really cool software. Type this here and then I just replace this. So this is an example. I replace this here and I just fill up the bracket. So first name I fill up with John. Video dream outcome I fill up with move from a HDB to a condo in 3 years. Pain point is struggle with the expensive cost of living. Okay, pain point here. Just fill it up. Then below I just put can I send here. So look at how amazing this is, The amazing thing is this can be used in all aspects of your sales cycle. So your follow-ups, your outbound, your inbound, literally every single stage of your sales cycle. So I hope you understand like how using one piece of content, you can actually multiply the reach with this through repurposing on multiple platforms or even using this free software. It's free, by the way. It's free software. It's called text-based. You can just click the link here. Or if you don't have access to this, you can just click blaze.today today. Okay? Oh yeah. One more thing I would like to show you. So we have also created this acquisition temp calculator here. So all you have to do is literally just fill up. We calculate the basic average conversion rate from the short form view to a profile view, to a link click, to a VSL watched, to a book call, a show, and a close. So all you have to do is just to fill up this view count. So for example, let's say this month you actually generate 500k views. Okay? You'll cash collect 51k this month because your average ticket size is 10k. So it's pretty straightforward here. And we've realized that with 500k video views, it's pretty straightforward to actually build up a 51k cash collected on the back end just off TikTok videos alone. If you're able to nail the freebie, which is here, this VSL, or the freebie, and you're able to nail the closing through the method that I've shared earlier. Okay? Okay, great. And now, if you are a real estate agent, a service provider in the health or wealth industry, and you want to start leveraging, this organic marketing ecosystem even from zero, and actually build a new source of lead generation and client acquisition, we'll actually install the exact same systems that our clients have seen success in as of right now, so that you see the same results in less than one fourth of the time that you would on your own. Okay, so we are so confident that we also guarantee success. And if you don't see the results, we will actually personally give you a full refund on this. Okay, so if you want to see the same results as above, click the link or button below and book a call with us. And we'll be more than happy to actually walk you through how the whole system works. And if you're a good fit, we will see how we can potentially partner up. Yeah, if you're not a good fit, we also throw you some advice and potentially give you a free resource such that you can work on this on your own. Okay? With that said, thanks for watching this video. I hope you've gained tremendous amount of value from this. And I look to see you in the call.